Welcome back to Stars on Tap, guys. I'm Brian.
I'm Jim.
And today we're going to do a little something different. We're going to kind of pair beer with different foods. January 23rd is Stars' 24th anniversary. And so what we decided to do, we took dishes that we've had on our menu at different points in time throughout the years, and we bring them back for our anniversary week. And this year we decided to pair each dish up with a suggested beer that'll also be on the menu or the special sheet when you come into the restaurant. So the first dish we have is the beer battered cod, served with coleslaw on French fries. It is beer battered in Rolling Rock ale, and the coleslaw has a wasabi sauce to it too. So if you ever had our coleslaw, it's kind of our own little twist. It's a little spiciness, and then who doesn't like a traditional Rolling Rock? Those things are
Old school.
Old school.
That's nice.
The second one we have is a grilled chicken breast. It's a butternut squash risotto topped with spinach and a balsamic drizzle. We made this dish because at Stars we have a very large gluten-free menu. We're starting to get known as a place that people with celiac disease can come and get great food, but a lot of people don't realize that we have a pretty growing, not totally extensive yet, list of gluten-free beers. And the one we chose is by the Alchemist Brewery, which is in Waterbury, Vermont. They're known for Heady Topper, which is the #1 beer in the world. And this is a beer called Stelia that John Kimmich created for his wife, who came down with celiac disease, and she still wanted to drink beer. So you got a nice beer that's brewed with lemons and orange peel, and then the butternut squash and the risotto really brings out the flavor. And then the final one I'm going to review is barbecue rubbed tenderloin tips, and it's served with, it's this one right here, it's served with mushrooms, peppers, in a skillet dish over rice, real hot. It's just super, starchy meat potato type dish. It's delicious, and we're serving it with the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale, which is a little different. It's like a beer and a whiskey in one. It's beer that's aged in bourbon barrels that whiskey was aged in, and so it really brings out a whiskey flavor in that beer. And
really nice.
Yeah, and it intensifies the alcohol. It's like a shot in a beer.
Yeah, that's a winner.
Absolutely.
So I got a couple dishes here myself. Right here is it's mussels marinara. We put a little angriness into it, so we had to spice it up a little bit with some fresh pappardelle noodles. We're pairing this up with the Reverb from Boulevard Brewing. It's an Imperial Pilsner. It comes in about 7.7%. It's a great pairing. It really cuts through that spiciness, and it really brings out the flavors of the mussels and that pasta, which ends up being, because it's homemade at Tosca, it really is very rich too. So it's a super pairing. This next dish is a classic at Stars. It's chicken marsala with some mashed potatoes and some grilled asparagus. We're going to pair this up with Brother Thelonious out of North Coast Brewing Company. This is an Abbey Ale. It's got some rich malty sweetness to it. Comes in about 9.4%, so it's a little bit heavier in alcohol, but it really brings out the sweetness of the marsala with the maltiness of those Belgian malts. It's a great pairing. This is probably a great combination besides the old school Rolling Rock.
That's the one I'll have.
So the next one here we have a meatloaf, kind of mom's meatloaf with some mashed potatoes, with some ginger, carrots. We pair this with Krabby's, which is a alcoholic ginger beer, and it really brings out that flavor of the herbness of the meatloaf and that ginger glaze of the carrots.
It's perfect for the person that doesn't want to have a beer with their food too, because
right.
It's a maltiness.
It's
the delicious malt beer.
And this one's a little bit lighter in alcohol, so if it's a 4.5%. So here we have a surf and turf. It's a flat iron steak with stuffed shrimp with some crab meat stuffing, delicious, and some roasted potatoes and some asparagus. We paired this with Harpoon from their Leviathan series. This is an Imperial IPA coming in about 10%. This is, I think we can probably say this is our favorite beer.
Yes.
Our go-to beer.
Exactly. Anybody that knows me, sees me at Stars, they know I'm drinking Leviathan.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where you never can go wrong with Leviathan. So this is what we're doing here for the anniversary of Stars. 24 years. It's been a great journey. It's been a great run, and we're going to continue for a long time to come. So we hope you guys come down. We're going to run this from the 23rd, which is Wednesday through Sunday. Come on down and enjoy these pairings. Brian and I are going to come right back, and we're going to do a little beer review on the Boulevard Imperial Pilsner Smokestack Series.